If you want a life that's extraordinary, you can't afford to think like everyone else. You have to question what you've been taught about money, time, and success. Because the truth is, staying normal is the fastest way to stay broke. Most people will spend their entire lives stuck in normal. They'll work hard, play by the rules, and still never get ahead. And not because they lack potential or skill, but because normal is designed to keep you trapped. Normal says, stay safe, don't take risk. One day you're going to be able to retire. But let me ask you this. When has normal ever created true wealth? When has normal ever built true freedom? Normal does not break you free. It keeps you chained down and locked into that system. And it's time for you to break free once and for all. If you're new to the channel, my name is James Strong. I make videos about trading in the futures market, investing in the stock market, and personal finances. We trade to grow our capital. We invest to build long-term wealth and have asset appreciation. And none of that's possible without having good personal finances. So always remember, we don't trade or invest. We trade and invest. And the main thing we want to invest in is ourselves, man, because they're trying to keep us broke. All right. The system is designed to keep you broke, man. It wants you to be normal. It wants you to follow the trends. It wants you to do what they're telling you to do so you don't make money. I'm 28 years old. I'm completely debt free. Last year, I was negative $70,000 in debt. And this year, I have a six-figure net worth and counting. And I'm still going. And I'm just getting started. And no, this did not just happen. I've been putting in work in entrepreneurship and taking risks and doing things since I was 21 years old. Taking risk on myself. I left a paid for grad school scholarship to bet on myself and get where I'm at. And I've done a lot of things that were not normal, that were not conventional. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have times where I was like, man, am I doing the right thing? But, I always follow my faith, you feel me? And I always know I follow that intuition. I'm like, man, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? And so when you choose not to be normal, you will be rich. You will be free on your own time. And so it's only a matter of time, but we cannot do the normal standards. We cannot play it safe. There's nothing wrong with working a job. We all need jobs. We all need to have income up front. We all need to do these things, but we cannot only do the things they tell us to do. We cannot just put this money here in this 401k and just do these things and let them control our life. We need to take control of our own lives, because if you allow somebody to feed you and your family, you allow them to starve you and your family. And again, I don't know about you, but nobody's ever going to starve me or my family. You feel me? So why do most people get stuck, or why do they stay stuck? Well, society sets a path to follow, right? Going to school, getting a job, working until retirement. I don't even know what retirement age is at this point. It was 65. I think they talking about raising it 67, 68. I done seen old people at Walmart, working the front because they can't afford to retire. So I'm like, dang. And then, rent, man, I remember 10 years ago, you can get a good rent, 2-bedroom or something for like $650, $670. Bro, you can't even find somewhere safe now for under. It depends on what metro you live in, what area in the U.S., right? I'm talking about mainly U.S., but period. You going at least $1,000. You know what I mean? That's probably 1-bedroom. 2-bedroom, you probably spending about $1,500. So you talking double. But that's society says, just work your job. Just don't worry about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this path was not designed to create wealth. It was only designed to keep you stable enough to keep clocking in and going in their system. And we going to talk about solutions too. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to talk about just the problems, because I'm not one of people. All right, that's the problem or solution. But we got to go through all the problems. We got to understand how the game is set up against us first, so we know how to win. Because they want to keep you doing what everybody else doing. They want to keep you in the herd, so you can't get rich, so you can't retire early, so you depend on them, so you keep buying their toys and their flashy thing and keep getting the debt. So you have to go to the job you hate, the job that's stressing you out every month. I done been there, man. Every day on Friday, I got a headache. Every Monday, I got a migraine thing about work. I got to talk to my wife, you feel me, before I go to work all Friday, just venting like, man, stressed out, boy, hating the job, because I had to do what I had to do for that time in my life. But I can tell you now, I feel so good not being in that place. It feels good being able to move and have options. It's not about being a full-time entrepreneur. I've been a full-time entrepreneur off and on for a lot of my young life. You know what I'm saying? That's cool too. You know what I mean? That's great. That's still something to strive for. Don't ever get twisted. You want to be full time, understand, but understand what comes with that. But just having options, man, to know like, yo, this job start stressing you out, man. You got other income coming in. You got stuff, other stuff in play. You know what we talking about. You learn how to trade. You investing. You got streams of income, man. You don't got to be here. You got time to go find you something else. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and leave, get your mental right. That's what matters most is your mind, and you can find you another job. Like, imagine being able to say that. It's powerful, man. So to break free, man, we must challenge what we've been taught about money and about success. All right, like following the crowd is guaranteed to give us average results, and if we get average results, we can get average outcome. And you're not watching this video because you want to be average. I'm saying right now, you're not. So congratulations. You were here because you are not normal. Let's go get this money. Normal people, man, they wait for permission. And in this life, I did not wait for permission to leave school. I didn't wait. Somebody say, here's your MBA, and I go. No, I don't rely on a raise. I give myself a raise. I don't rely on a promotion. I give myself a promotion. You feel me? I start businesses. I start my endeavors. I'm trading. You know what? At the rate I want to raise, a job can't give me one fast enough. So I'm going to have a business to where my efforts and my output gives me a raise at the pace I want it. That's what we need to do. We need to not wait for permission and go take it, because we cannot let someone else dictate our financial future. Normal people also see money as the goal. And contrary, money is not the goal. Money is just a tool and it does things for us, but money itself is not the goal. Money by itself does nothing. It just allows us to do things. You know what I'm saying? So believing money itself is the goal and not what it can do for you, that's a inconsistent thought pattern, right? It's about freedom. It's about opportunities. Like I said, money is just a tool. So it's about what money can do for us, but not just money. That's why a lot of people too, not a lot, but some people have money. They're only chasing money and actually not happy. Well, because they sacrificed their family and stuff in the process, but they didn't have to, trying to get more money. Versus me, everything I do is for my family and myself. You feel me? So I'd rather have $25 million and be with my family than have $100 million and not have my family with me. You know what I mean? Because it ain't gonna change your life that daggone much at that point, truthfully. Normal also does not invest in themselves. And this is a big one, man. Like, they want you to think, man, like they want you to have career development. They'll give you money to invest for the job to make the job better, become a better employee. But you have to be your own best employee as well. You know what I mean? You working for you 24/7. I'm working for James Incorporation 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You work for John Incorporation. You know what I mean? Like Megan Incorporation, whatever your name is, Rachel Incorporation. You working for your corporation 24/7. Man, you gotta work for you. So educate yourself. How are you improving yourself? What books are you reading? You know what I mean? Even on Instagram the other day, I put a story up. I think yesterday, actually, I put a story up and I was like, yo, people always ask me how, I learn things so fast and how I get so educated. And I point to my bookshelf. And it was probably 70 books on my bookshelf. And I was like, yo, 80% of these books have been read. Like through and through. Multiple times. I don't even read it one time. Multiple times. Highlights through them. I'm like, go get some books. Go educate yourself. This is one of the cheapest ways to educate yourself is through a book. You can go get, programs and courses and curriculums and all type of things, man. But just educate yourself. And understand the skills that comes with that, right? And these are investments, not expenses. So education is the key, man. And a lot of times, what normal people do as well, they stop seeking information after school. They stop reading after they're made to read a book after school. Well, this is when learning really begins. And the thing too is crazy. Everybody hate learning in school for the most part. It was boring. They make you read crap you don't want to read. But outside of this, man, you start to read things you want to read. Things that make you better as a person, not some history book or some English 4, English 3 crap don't nobody give a damn about. You ain't got to read none of that. You know what I'm saying? So extraordinary people, we value educating ourselves. And also another thing that we value that normal people undervalue is time. The normal person undervalues time. Time is your most precious resource. Wasting time on things that don't move you forward. You're watching every Netflix show. Every sports highlight. You know what I mean? Every parlay from sports betting. All these daggone things. But you don't have a skill set that can give you extra money. You've been playing around with trading or for off and on for years. You're not investing. You don't have a brokerage account to set yourself up. You know, you're not contributing to it monthly, right? But you're going to get every new pair of Jordans to come out. Man, that's normal thinking, man. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. We got to change that. That 120, that 160 you buy some Jordans for, bro, imagine what that could do for you. Imagine what that could do for you. Like, put that into a compound interest calculator and see what that can do for you, man. 160 a month and see what that turn into. So we don't want that money wasted, man. Like, you grinding for hours for a reason. Let it be a payoff, man. Because that front, when it's your time, dude, every dollar you up front, until you separate your time from money and start getting other sources of income, every time you spend money, you trading time. And so that's how I look at things too. I don't look at how something costs me, you know, however many dollars. I say how many hours it costs me. You know what I'm saying? I have rules in place. I've had these for years. Like certain stuff, like I never believe in spending more than you make an hourly on a meal. You know what I'm saying? So people out here spending $30, $40 on a meal, but they make $20 an hour. That's a red flag. You need to be cooking your food then. You know what I mean? Forget that experience. We got to get money because we want to experience things great for life and not just right now. This ain't, contrary to what people believe, this ain't no YOLO crap, man. Real talk, this is not YOLO. This is, you got a long life to live. God willing, you got a long life to live. Man, I don't want to hear none of that bull crap. I only live once. Nah, you going to live for a long time. Long time. You feel me? So you want to make sure you're living good for a long time. And not like, you know, the people at Walmart, older people, man, who got to keep working even though they want to sit down because they got to pay bills. You feel me? You're going to be like that. And you don't have to, man. It's easy. And one more thing I want to say before we end off on this, man, and go enjoy our day, man, is normal people sacrifice the future for the present. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right now with the YOLO sayings and, you know, these stupid ass sayings on these rap songs, spend that ish and get it right back. Nah, most people ain't gonna spend it and get it back. Most people gonna spend it and lose it. You feel me? Now, how about I invest it and get it back 10 times? You feel me? That's a real bar. You feel me? So don't listen to that stuff, man. Prioritize long-term growth over short-term comfort. That's what extraordinary does. Normal does the opposite. You feel me? And we got to have a plan when we spend our money. Every dollar needs to be accounted for. In your business, in your personal life, I track every dollar. I know where every dollar goes. If my wife spends 60 cents, I'm going to see it come out of the account. I know where every dollar go. You know what I'm saying? So put all these things together, man, because and study and see where you might be being normal. That's okay. Because every day is a new day. You can change at any moment. But if you are leaning towards a normal side, we must change that to begin building wealth. I was weird for a long time. I left school, paid for a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? I had the corporate life lined up. I turned out all the internships, walked away, became an entrepreneur. I had lost everything during that young phase of my life. Had to get back into a job, was working, still starting businesses, was not hardly making money. You know, otherwise, meanwhile, you know, those people during that same time started buying cars, buying their first house. And I'm not even going at that path. I'm not even a house guy, bro. I only buy assets. So if it don't make me money, I don't buy it. So I don't even care about houses. But people starting to buy their cars. So I'm like, damn, I made the right decision. Again, I always had faith. I knew I did. Now, people are starting to see the work I put in 7 years ago. You know, now it's starting to show, right? That's why I said at the beginning of this video, negative 70,000, now 6 figures, I'm only going up, right? And it's like, oh, shoot. But this started 7 years ago. That's the power of compounding. And it's like planting a seed. When you plant that seed, you plant that oak tree, like, you don't see the tree at first, man. It's got to take root. It's got to get time to grow. It's got to get nourishment. You feel me? Like, it's got to have some water. You got to pour some water on it to grow. So now all that work you putting in and go from normal to extraordinary, it's going to take some time. Focus on your journey. That's why it's important too to have a plan, to understand who you are, to life plan. You have to have a life plan if you want to be successful, man. And it's all going to start coming true. So one thing I would encourage you to do too, you want, man, learn how to trade. No matter if you're investing, no matter if you need extra income, you want it to be your main business, learn how to trade these financial markets, at least understand the markets and begin to master the markets. Because once we learn how to master the markets, we can start to make money for real. That's where most of the money is at. Most millionaires are made in the real estate market, but most billionaires are made in the financial sector. Don't ever forget that. If you like making money, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you don't like making money, then don't subscribe. It's that simple. As always, all my resources are down below in my description. Make sure you check them out. Constantly getting upgraded. And until next time, much love.